I always loved making music, and I love compiling music together. And when I was younger and in middle school, I started like writing rappers, like my favorite rappers, like Lil Wayne or like Gucci Mane and like underground artists. Like when I was a kid, like I knew I wanted to be a rapper when I was like 8th grade probably. Cause like I would write their songs and I would like bits of each sentence and like change the words to where like it was my song now.
That's
you know
cool.
what I'm saying?
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the show, Late Night Laughs with the Lawsons. And yes, today is not another late night. It is a late afternoon show on this recording. And we do have a special guest. My man, Mr. Flex Victor, is in the house.
What's up,
What's
my
up,
man?
buddy?
Yes, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels good to come back, man. It's been a while since we all
Hung
talked
out for the
and
first
stuff.
time.
Yeah, I know.
I got a quick story though. I got to brag on you
yeah,
a
go
minute.
ahead, go
So
ahead.
like, we live in a small town, kind of.
Yeah.
It's I like to call it a little big town.
Yeah, it
Because
is a little
Flex
big
is
town.
local. He's local from here in Bowling Green. Are you from here?
I'm actually from Glasgow, Kentucky,
Okay,
and I
yeah.
moved to Bowling Green 2021 to kind of it's where all my business was at, really, with photo and music, and that's just kind of where I moved. I was up here like 3 times a week, so I was like, I might as well just move up here. And
Might as well go full time.
that's
Huh?
what I'm saying. So that was really like where I moved when I first took the step into doing this full time.
Yeah. Well, my man Flex was one of the few people that offered his lend in helping kind of let me know what kind of lights I need, how many, where's a good spot to put them, this and that. It's almost like there's people in this town, I feel like, and I talked about it an episode or two ago, that kind of like hold you back,
Yeah.
And he didn't know me from a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know who he was going. Oh, he was just like, honey, I'm going to some random guy's house to talk about
I
cameras.
was like, pray for me. I was like, pray for
His
me.
name's Daniel.
Yeah, pray for me. This is his picture, and I seen the cartoon picture. I was like, baby, this is him.
You think he's
but-
getting catfished, huh?
I mean, well, I just, you do run into a lot of people that aren't very serious, really.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, it can kind of burn you out a little bit on like devoting undivided time to
Right.
people that
Yeah,
aren't very
that makes
serious.
sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes some people just want to be seen saying that they want to do something. If that makes sense. That's weird to say it, but like
No, I can
some
see
people
that.
are in love with the idea and not so much the actual process
Or the work.
Yeah, or like even like sometimes you can kind of get an idea of like, are they willing to put in the work to
Right.
like do this? Because it is cool, like, but like
Oh, it's
they don't
freaking cool,
see
bro.
they don't see the other side of like
The dark
like
side.
the dark side, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can understand why some people would get jaded
Yeah.
in the industry, but you just gotta kind of understand that like that's just anything you do in life. There's always gonna be people that are like exceptional, and there's always gonna be people that are just that do enough to get by, and then there's people that don't. You know what I'm saying? And like no matter what industry you go in, no matter what you do in life, you're always gonna run into people
Right.
like that. So
Yeah.
it's just best to try to keep positive and just help everyone that you can when you can. You know what I'm saying? Within reason, of course.
And that's why we brought you on here, to just tell you guys,
Uh,
Flex is such a great guy. But yeah.
You
like-
heard it first. Maybe the last time too, but you heard it.
But I had asked a couple of my, not super close friends, but like people who I've hung out with. We went to dinner. We didn't stay the night with each other at their house or whatever. But like someone who I would say, an acquaintance, he would be a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just kind of give you the runaround. And I think I posted something, or somebody posted on Spotted in Bowling Green, so I just messaged you.
Yeah, I think you posted or something.
And he was like, hey, what's up? What do you need? And didn't know me from Joe, and came over. We good friends.
Yeah.
Had him on the show now.
Yeah.
And he's got some big things going, really big things going, I feel like. Not only are you in, how you say that? Videographer?
Videography? Yeah.
Videography.
Videography. Yeah.
So he does videography, does photos.
Yeah.
Does music.
I do music.
You like a jack of all trades, bro.
Jack of all trades, master of none. I guess is better than a master of one.
Yeah,
what they say?
that's true. That is
Jack
true.
of all trades, master of none is better than a master of one.
So
there we go.
Let's start with videography,
Okay.
and then we'll dwindle to photography, and then get into the meat and potatoes of the music industry a little bit.
Okay.
So what even made you pick up a camera? What was like, hey, I want to film people, or was you into like making content yourself?
So like, you know, as a kid, I never really had a camera or anything like that. So the first time I was ever able to buy my own camera was like 2018, 2019. I took my tax return that I got back, and I was like, yo, I was going to book a music video with a guy that is now a really good friend of mine, Leo. I was like, yo, I'd love to have a music video because, you know, I'm making music, and I was like, yo, I really like his work. So I was like, how much for a music video? And he was like, well, it'll probably be about $2,000. And I was like, well, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, my tax refund was like $2,300. So I was like, well, I got it. And then he was like, all right, well, send me the songs or whatever, and I'll listen to them. And if I like them, then we'll find the song, whatever. So I sent the songs, and then a week later, he was like, yeah, man, I don't know if I really want to do any of these. And I was like, what you mean? Like, I got $2,000.
This is what I brought.
And I was like, I got $2,000, bro. And then he was like, yeah, I just really only want to work with select people and select sounds really right now. And this is like one of my, literally like my brother now.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I took that money and I was like, well, what kind of camera you got? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and he told me. So I was like, I'm going to buy that camera. I'm going to learn how to use that camera. And I'll just shoot my own music video. Yeah. Well, I bought that camera, and probably a few months in, I was like, yo, Lynn, like, I'm trying to shadow you. I know you could use some BTS, photos, pictures, something. You ain't got to pay me. Just let me be there and soak up game, basically. And then he's like, I'll let you know if that ever pops up. It was like a month later, and we worked together.
Was he into filming as well
at
the time?
Yeah. At the time, he's like on tour doing Illusionists of Broadway.
Oh, nice.
Like the magicians and stuff on TV, like doing like live TV stuff.
That's cool.
And then he came back to Bowling Green, and he hit me up one day for a music video. And after we got done with the shoot, I didn't expect anything, and he paid me.
Oh,
so
nice.
Then like from there, it was like, I was almost on like every shoot of his, you know what I'm saying? And then that's whenever like he was like, yo, how much you charging for music videos? And I was like, shit, like, man, like $100, $200, you know? And he was like, nah. He's like, man, he said, next time someone asks you, tell them 500. And then next time someone asks you after that, it was like a year later, he's like, next time someone asks you, tell them 1,000. Tell them you're not getting your camera out unless it's $1,000 or more. Yeah. And then I was like, bro, I was like, that might work for you, but that don't work for me. Like, your shit's cold. Like, that ain't working for me. He's like, just do it. And I was like, all right. And then, shit, the rest is history, man. Like, we've been working together. We've done the Derby together. We've done, worked with Jack Harlow, worked with Aaron Rodgers, like Travis Kelce. That's like, awesome. Worked with them in, like, some of the Sports Illustrated, like, private parties they be having and stuff. How was the Derby when y'all went this past year? The Derby was awesome. I mean, that was the first time I ever went. So it's like I never went to any Derby anything. Did you get all swagged out? I mean, yeah, I got a little fresh, you know what I'm saying? And like that was around the time where like my brain was like, I'm about to start dressing a little bit more like formal. Like this actually feels good. But, you know, I did for a little bit because I sold insurance for a little while. Now getting into some of those like more like upper class like events and stuff and being able to work some of those, it kind of like makes you double check yourself on your self-image, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of made me more aware of my image and kind of snaps me back to like my artist roots. Like, yo, as an artist, your image is almost everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but as a camera, like being behind the camera, so much, like you forget that your image is also important. What sparked the video and then kind of like a fast forward up to like where I am now is just I needed a music video for myself. And then I learned the camera, the career became successful. And then I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing as a career choice now. Like I can leave my job from this camera. So then it's like, that's what I did. And ever since then, it's just what I've been doing. Just the rest is history. Just kind of winging it, you know what I'm saying, ever since then.
So what is your favorite thing, like, because you do photos as well. Do you like photography more or the videography part? without the editing.
Okay.
We're just talking about getting in and pushing the button or hitting record.
Okay. So it's like, it's tough because like, I know the work behind video is way more intensive and more draining physically, but I think I enjoy the end result more through video than I do photo. But as far as like an everyday thing, if I had to do one for a living, I would choose photo any day.
Really?
Like any day. Any day I would choose photo. Like I wish I would have known that I could make a career off of photos, because I probably would have never learned video.
Really?
Like I probably would have just honed in on photos, locked that in. It was so much harder for me to sell video than it is to sell photo. And it doesn't seem like that's the case.
Is it
like,
because of the price point?
I don't think people are able to, even though it's hard to see this in these times, but like people don't see the value in video. You know what I'm saying? Like people understand it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like the video that is really needed can be done off the cell phone. Like almost any level of video needed to make a career can almost be done off a cell phone. So there's no reason to pay someone $1,000 or $500 for a video.
Funny story. We were just on vacation, and not only did I forget the diaper bag at the condo, I forgot my GoPro, and we were going to the beach, and I was like, dang, I really wanted to get some like underwater shots and like all these cool ideas and this and that. And most importantly, I forgot Layton's diaper bag. It had her swimsuit in there. Yeah. It had her swim diapers. She didn't have nothing. So we had to go to this expensive ass surf shop to get a bathing suit. It wasn't even a bathing suit. It was a long sleeve shirt because they didn't have anything her size. But on top of that, I'm thinking, how am I supposed to vlog this part of the trip?
Right.
So I'm like, YouTube. I go to YouTube. How to make my phone record in, cinematic mode. I changed so many settings. I don't even know what I just listened to this guy. Shot the whole thing. And you would have thought I had a normal DSLR camera or something. I mean, it's insane. The quality is, sometimes it could be a little bit better.
Yeah.
The image stabilization that is programmed within the phone and stuff, it's crazy.
It is a lot of times better. Like you got to pay more to get some of those features in a camera than you would in a phone. And it's like, that's like, it's great because, but what it really does is it kind of like knocks out a lot of those consumer clients when it comes to video. Now, when it comes to like more corporate clients,
right,
everything kind of above that $1,000 range, it's almost like you get from trying to convince people that it's worth $100 to $1,000, and then after you get past like $1,000, $2,000, you're in the market of people that are used to spending that, like that know what this is going to cost. They already have a budget per year that they got to spend. So you're dealing with clients that are ready to spend $5,000 to $10,000 every month because they know that they got to use the budget. So it's like they have to use the budget. So it's like you already got that threshold. And it's like that right now is where I'm kind of breaking into on the video end. Like I'm at the point where I'm breaking into that. Not like where I'm solidified there yet, but I'm breaking into the level of like not marketing to like the consumer, like the everyday person, for instance. Like I wouldn't market to someone like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in my own market. So it's like when people tell me, like, yo, it's too expensive, like, it is for me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I have to charge for the services. Like, I understand that it's too expensive, but this is actually the lowest consumer level that I can really price this at, and it doesn't really damage my career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because, I mean, if you're out here doing video footage for $500 for a full shot, full set music video style. And then when you're trying to move up, they're going to be like, he's charging $500. Why?
Why am I paying you $2,000 for this? What you mean?
And do you feel like if you underprice, do you think that people that are willing to pay that higher price think that it's going to be a lower quality?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. The number sells every time. It's just like, Yeezy taking his shoes and $200, $300 or $600 or $900. And it's like, how can you take a $100 shoe or $200 shoe and resell it 30 times? And it's like, and then, the wet swimsuit edition stuff that he dropped, everything was $20. But it's like if Adidas would have sold it with him, both of those names combined, they could have sold each piece for $200 and it would have flew off the racks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they did. You know what I'm saying? They did sell a lot of those pieces for $200, and then he went and like had that sale.
That's wild.
And he refunded a lot of the people that bought it within that like 24, 48 hour period. He refunded the difference in price to all those people and still made like $16 million in a day.
See, I'm a big Kanye fan. I love Kanye. He's a little weird, but I think he's a very smart businessman.
Yeah.
And I think he's extremely creative. The artsy side of him, it's unmatched.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no one out there. I mean, you got your good rappers, I mean, of course, but like the creativity side.
Yeah, the creative of Kanye
that's the
is
man.
crazy. Yeah, it's
Period.
crazy. Ain't nobody touching that man for real when it comes to like creativeness for real. You can't be that creative and not be a little wonky.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be a little wonky, like a little Albert Einstein.
Look at these composers like Beethoven or Bach. They were psycho, crazy, but they were some big time artists too. So from videography to photography, you got a song. If I Could Write You a Love Song.
Yeah, man.
That's
love
cool,
song,
man.
Love song. Yeah, man.
I've been hearing that all over social media. I think you do a really good job as far as getting it out there with, instead of flooding it with the same thing, the same scene, and you're like, hey, go check this song out. Yeah. You got scenes where you're on the side of the highway. You got some when you're in your bedroom closet. You got some when you're outside. Like, there's so many different versions of your little clip that I think you're doing it right.
I appreciate it.
So how long you been in the music?
Man, so with music, I've had a passion for music since, I've always loved music, obviously. I grew up in a family where music was big, and growing up as a kid, I would always burn CDs.
Oh.
Everybody remembers
Allegedly, he would. Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly, LimeWire was on my computer, allegedly. But we ain't going to talk about too much of that. I always loved making music, and I love compiling music together. And when I was younger and in middle school, I started like writing rappers, like my favorite rappers, like Lil Wayne or like Gucci Mane and like underground artists. Like when I was a kid, like I knew I wanted to be a rapper when I was like 8th grade probably. Cause like I would write their songs and I would like bits of each sentence and like change the words to where like it was my song now.
That's
you know
cool.
what I'm saying? So I would literally go around middle school like rapping these songs that were other artists' songs, but I was like, yo, this is my song, which it was because I remixed it.
Right,
I just kept the same cadence and then kind of rearranged the words. And I think Lil Wayne was really one of the artists that pushed me into really believing that I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And then the Young Money era, when he was pushing like the Young Money stuff, like I was in high school and like everybody my age wanted to be in Young Money. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wanted to
be in science class, be like, Young Moolah, baby.
Try to flick the lighter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I was all about some Lil Wayne when I was growing up. So like, yeah, I think when I started doing it seriously, I was probably like 23. And Willie went to a professional studio at Young Bama, Studio 17 here in Bowling Green, and really started investing in the music and started really, really seeing some change. Probably like 5 years into it, really.
Oh, nice.
And then what inspired Love Song was I was filming a wedding for someone, and one of my friends, Tomboy Barbie, she's a DJ. She was like, yo, Flex, she was playing all our songs. She was like, yo, Flex, I would play one of your songs, but I don't know if it's appropriate for a wedding. I don't know any of your songs that are appropriate. And I was like, damn. I was like, I'm dirty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, I don't have no songs that's appropriate for a wedding. I was like, I don't really have songs that's appropriate for my kids. That like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I need to change that. So Love Song was the song that I was like, I need to make it about love, you know what I'm saying? And I wrote it back in 2023, and like January, February 2023, I wrote it. and I didn't put it out till like a year later, which was this year on Valentine's Day. And then I've just been pushing it ever since. I'm currently planning the works for the music video and stuff like that. So I will have an official music video for that.
You need a backup dancer, just holler at me.
Yeah. I need you in the background going crazy. I know you're going to dress up for it. Go crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you guys stay tuned. I'm going to be making a post for Love Song in the music video and the video shoot and the details on all of that. And also that's going to be a Alan Witcher directed video. It's not Leo no more, formerly known as Leo the Shooter, but Alan Witcher's going to be directing that music video. So that's going to be super dope. Y'all stay tuned for the post on that. I'll be letting you guys know.
I'm excited for it. Yeah. I mean, I've been waiting for this whole thing because I'm like, all right, I see the clip. But it's very catchy, you know? Music's all about, for me, it's like, is it something that I can remember? Yeah. I could sing it right now. You know, like I remember it.
That's dope. That's dope.
Just because it's catchy. And the whole like the country vibe you're pulling from it, like that's the thing now. You know what I mean? Like even in the mainstream artists, like you have Fallen in Reverse, which is a heavy metal band. Doing a song with Jelly Roll. That is amazing, by the way. It's a killer song. And they're singing country, you know? And you got Machine Gun Kelly, who's dabbling into country a little bit. You got Post Malone.
Post Malone. Him and
he needs to just change his whole...
Hey, they got a banger. He's already got the voice for that, too.
I
that
know.
Yodel. That yodel's crazy.
I love it. With even... He just released another one with Luke Combs. I mean, the dude... Post Malone should... If you're listening, Posty... Just switch your whole vibe and just go straight up country.
Go full out country, Posty.
Because he looks cool.
Yeah, I know. He
like even when he dresses country, like even the tattoos and the face stuff,
it
like
matches. It definitely matches like someone you know. Like it's almost like, damn, I know someone that like
damn, he's from Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, fast. Like I know somebody. Like I know someone like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like Post Malone. He's relatable, you know, and he's relatable and still, you know, even at his level. Still being able to relate to people that don't have a lot of representation.
And he is so genuine, I feel like. Yeah. You know, and someone who I could compare him to like night and day is like the dude from Maroon 5. He gets on my damn nerves. I can't remember. It's not
Adam Levine.
Is it Adam Levine?
Adam Levine, yeah.
Just so you took your shirt off at the Super Bowl, bro. Yeah. Like we know you can sing. First off, we know you look good. Right. Why take your shirt off? Right. I mean, why make us all feel bad?
Right. He said, just in case you forgot. I'm him.
Yeah. I'm like, dang. We know you got some super cool tattoos. Right. We know you can sing. We know you had a beautiful wife that you cheated on.
You're an industry dog.
Yeah. But man, like just those different personalities. Posty's like so genuine. You know, everybody's got their good things and bad things about him, but you can just tell if he walked up to a nobody, he wouldn't think any different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like a Keanu Reeves type character.
Exactly.
Keanu Reeves is awesome.
Oh,
he's one of the most awesome people in the industry that just doing any little research of his outside activities, like you can't help but to love that guy.
Yeah,
you know
I've heard through the grapevine that he'll just find random people to have on set, or the whole Matrix movie, something about he donated all his money or didn't make any money off of it and gave it to the other people so that way they got paid. Yeah, or something.
That's powerful. Yeah, he was like tries to hire out local homeless for any background acting and tries to pay them for that stuff, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, for people to do that. See, and that's the stuff that I like. Like I love people helping people, and it's not a handout. It's literally being genuine to your character, your morals, and you know that's why when I first met you, I'm like, this dude's he's a genuine good dude. Darian, who we had on here a couple episodes ago, he's genuinely a good dude. Like there's so many good people out there, and I think I even told you, I was like, whenever you came over to help, it just reminded me that maybe the world isn't going to go to shit because there is still good people out there. Yeah. It's just a dime a dozen. Like they're very rare, and you just got to get out. You got to find them and meet people. Don't be a little hermit and stay inside. There's good people out there, very talented people, and there's so much talent here in Bowling Green.
Dude, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
crazy.
feel the tension at all because there's a lot of photography here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of filming
There's a
here.
lot of photography here.
A lot.
There is a lot of filming, but there's way more photography here.
So it's oversaturated for this town.
Yeah, for this town.
What's the competition like?
So with the photography, like, I don't really see a whole lot of competition with the photography. And I say that like humbly, like I don't really see it as competition because like even if they might see it as competition, like I don't really like get into it because again, like I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like I make music, you know, and the camera is really like, although I do love it and it's a creative outlet for me, like it is my career that is my bread and butter right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not a full-time artist, and if I was, I probably wouldn't be behind the camera much,
right?
Unless it's just to help push my music stuff. I do enjoy camera stuff, and it does work for me. So you probably will see me doing more camera stuff than music stuff, just because it's like I'm watering the flower that's kind of feeding my family. You know what I'm saying?
Makes
So
sense.
as far as photography competition, I mean, the only person that really kind of like stands out to me with photography here in Bowling Green is Darian, and that's only because like I feel like and it's not to say like quality wise, like there are people quality wise that I feel like
for sure
that are knocking my shit out the park. You know what I'm saying? But it's just far as like
uniqueness,
visibility.
Visibility. Yeah,
visibility.
That's true.
Visibility wise, like there's not a lot of. I don't really see a lot of photographers. You know what I'm saying? And
they're not utilizing what's right in front of them, and it's social media. I feel like, you know, they may create a page, but are you making the content?
Yeah,
that's the big thing now.
I know that with me, one thing that I've struggled with photography is I think that because I do music videos, documentaries, skits, photography, video, you know, I don't know if like social media can like, they don't know where to place me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they know where to recommend me to. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is like really been something that I'm trying to figure out how to navigate around, and if everything should be split into like niches, or if I should like combine them, you know?
From my experience, I've ran into that issue with our comedy skits, our podcasts, our family vlogs. Like I've moved our podcast to its own platform now. Strictly. I took it off Awesome Lawsons and it's on Late Night Laughs with the Lawsons. Just because I felt as if I'm not getting the reach, I'm not getting put in front of the proper audience. Like the people that my shorts are getting in front of, they don't want to watch a hour-long show.
No,
you know, they want to flip and watch 30 seconds of this, 25 seconds of that. So that's why I made it was a hard choice because I'm like, do I do this? You know, I mean, but at the end of the day, this podcast was hindering our main channel. Because when I post this video, YouTube could care less if it's a podcast, if it's an hour-long skit. It's going to push it in front of my audience, right? And the way YouTube algorithm works is it's going to recognize I posted a video. Now it's going to read, how long did my audience watch that video? 30 seconds for an hour-long video? It's going to hurt my channel. So that's why I had to make the decision, and it was a month-long process. I was talking to Whitney. I'm like, what do we do? Is this? And I talked to some other people that are not here in the United States, you know, that are around the world, and they're like, that's what you do. And honestly, they even recommend it with my family vlogs. But my short form audience is so intrigued with who is Cadence, who's Eli, who is this Nene character behind the camera. And now they're starting to like, I didn't know you had a vlog. Like they would be watching them. So that's why we're starting to push out more long form content to offer that to that viewer. So I'm going to end up keeping my family vlog and stuff on there. But with your case scenario, I would almost split it. Anything video, keep on one. And you can even run video with your music, you know what I mean? And keep that, and then keep photography separate. That way you do get placed with the right person who is interested in that little niche. And what sucks is like, it is a little extra work. But it's going to be worth it because you're investing in with that one thing that's going to be put in front of other people. So creating that extra YouTube channel or that extra Facebook group page, it's going to be more beneficial to you in the long run than not, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking I'm getting into right now, is realizing it, because with my video stuff, you know, my YouTube page really wasn't really my YouTube page. It was kind of like a hub for, like an optional hub if clients need a home or a platform for their music videos. And what I've realized is, because I've had like a gamer channel before too.
Nice.
And I did that for like 3 or 4 months, you know what I'm saying? But I did that because I knew that I wasn't getting a lot of clients at the time, and I felt very stagnant. And I felt like the only time I would put out stuff is when I had a client come in and it would be their stuff.
Gotcha.
Now, I feel like even though I only had the gamer channel for about 3 or 4 months, in that 3 or 4 months, the growth and percentage, like not looking at the numbers, but looking more so at the growth and percentage of the growth, was way faster and way better than the years that I've had this YouTube channel that has been a mix of whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, when I do get a little run of like music videos or something, it's cool. But then now I got a documentary client.
Right.
Or now I got, you know what I'm saying? Now
it's
I got to put
totally
my music
different
on
audiences.
there. Yeah, so it's almost like a spam YouTube page. Like that's what it's almost like whatever goes, anything goes, and that I've learned is just terrible.
Yeah, it confuses the algorithm. It's like, who is your audience? Who do you want me to put you in front of?
Yeah,
and with the way YouTube is and their algorithm and the AI, I guess, or the computer behind the scenes throwing your stuff out, it's crazy how smart that is. You know, you have to, I'd recommend, and that's anybody. If you're into creating content, I would bust it up. If you're if you're into comedy and this and that, but you're also into photography, have a separate page. And there's so many tools out there now that can help you, like Meta Business planning post and stuff like that. So much easier now to where you don't have to just do one post, wait till tomorrow, and then I got to post again. Like, there's stuff out there that you can get 2 weeks ahead scheduled out post.
And that's what I'm working on doing now with my photography, is trying to take all these skills that I've learned, just to realize again that I'm kind of jumping back out of that trap in a sense, because I jumped out of the 9 to 5 into the camera, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing. Like, that doesn't really happen.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? From where, I mean, that's not a reality. That's not anything anyone thinks of from anything that I've known growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never really been anyone that
isn't the American dream. The American dream is work your 9 to 5, work your way up in the business. That's like, it's never jump out of that, get behind a camera,
break the matrix,
and live your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy. And it's like, I've never had anyone in my life do that. So it's like, to do that, and I'm not saying I've done that like effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? I've struggled a lot. You know what I mean? And but I'm learning every step of the way is a lesson. Yeah. So it's like, now I'm learning that, like, even though I'm free from the 9 to 5, like, I'm still now I'm in this client trap. So it's like, oh, I got to get out of the client chase and start getting my income from self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's where now the music and the photography and the video can kind of, all those skills can kind of merge into a cohesive YouTube channel. Yeah. And I think so. I'm trying to like blend all that together. You know what I'm saying? So
that's cool. I think you got a good thing going for you. I just keep doing it. But what do you feel that keeps you like chasing that? Like, you said something a while ago, like you said it's not easy, and you know, you've struggled and this and that. Like, what keeps you hungry?
Hands down, my kids, for sure. My kids definitely motivate me. But what makes me want to keep getting better as a creator and keep doing it is that, like, I just feel like I'm in deep now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know that I want to do something creative, and I know that there's always going to be someone that I see that makes me want to get better. There's always someone, as long as there's people out in the world, which there always will be, there's always going to be someone that makes something, and I'm like, how do they do that? Like, that is so cool how they do that. And that makes me want to learn. Like, it's a healthy envy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, that's super dope. Like, I want to learn how to do that. Like, I know I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do it, but I know I can do it. So it's like, that helps me. So it's like being around, like, I'm blessed to have creative friends, you know what I'm saying? Like you and my friend Leo and Darian, like, I have some fucking creative ass friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's like to be able to be surrounded by them and to always see them like putting stuff out, that keeps me going as well. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Those days where I'm like, dang, man, like, I'll be all right, you know? And I'm just scrolling and I see something, I'm like, damn, they're really out here killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does motivate me, though. It does, Like, it makes me feel like, damn, I need to get on my grind.
Gotta get my shit together.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I love seeing when my people are, like, on their grind, they're really feeling their stuff, and they're talking their shit. Like, I love seeing my people talk their shit, bro, because it's like, that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to feel, like, on top of the world. Like,
and I think people that are in that industry, in the creative world, see it differently because, like, somebody else could be scrolling who isn't a creator, and they're like, oh, they're out here making this stupid video for views, this and that. But for you to acknowledge the fact that you're in the industry, you recognize the creativeness. What I'm trying to say is, you know what goes into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the back end. Yeah. And it's hard to explain that to somebody who don't know what goes on in the back end.
Yeah.
So people like myself and you and Darian and Leo, like, all these people have they respect it more. Yeah. I feel like.
Yeah. So it's like when they, like, as a creative, you know what it would take to make what they just made happen. Even if you don't know how to make it happen, you do know that there's some work.
There was something in there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this person does have some rights to talk their shit. They should be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like if you buy your first house, like, you should be proud of that you should be able to boast. You should be able to, like, give yourself some like
some good words.
Some cookies, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all like cookies, man. Like,
yeah, me too.
Give yourself some cookies a day. If you ain't give yourself cookies a day, take one accomplishment that you did that you're proud of, make a post about it, and give yourself some cookies, man. You know what I'm saying? Everyone deserves it. You know what I mean?
I talk about it all the time, and I think, I'm not saying it's a better way to put it, but the way that I put it and the way that I've told people is, like, the things that we boast about sometimes are like the things that we're most thankful for. You know, like, in the mornings, I'm like, man, I got this beautiful home to make me, you know, I'm grateful for that. Make me real humble, because this stuff could get taken away like that.
Yeah.
I could get in a car accident. My wife could get in a car accident. We lose a child. Then you go through this whole depression state. You're done. I know I would be, you know, and so, like, what was I don't even know what I was trying to say.
You was just kind of talking about, like, what keeps you going, and
the gratefulness part. Like, I'm thankful for this family. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's plenty of times where I'll post a picture and I'm boasting about my family or my smoking hot wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so thankful for her. I'm thankful that she's got a thick skin to be able to put up with me, you know, because, you know, not only are we're married, we're also business partners, and, you know, everybody knows business partners is tough.
Yeah, tough.
And marriage is already tough. Yeah,
you
know. So
business partners.
There's literally no one in this planet I could do this with other than her, to be 100% honest with you. So definitely give yourself some cookies. Be thankful for your stuff. Yeah, be proud of your stuff. Be proud of your family. Be proud of your promotion. Be proud of your new car.
Be proud of all that. Yeah.
You know, it keeps me motivated thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta give yourself some love every now and then, man, and you gotta treat yourself just like you would treat someone special to you. You know what I mean? Like, whether that be like going out on a date with yourself, or like going to get yourself some coffee, like on a trip from work to home, like whatever that might be.
Bye, honey, I'm taking myself out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes
we going to the mall.
Sometimes you gotta treat yourself and. You know, love yourself just like you would somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? You said treat yourself. Was it what show was that? Parks and Rec with who's that little Indian guy? He's a comedian.
Not Fez, right?
No, Aziz. What's his name? Aziz something. Anyways, he talks about how he's wanting to spend some money, and he tells his friend, he's like, "You need to treat yourself." I think it's on Parks and Rec. I could be completely wrong, by the way. So I'm okay with a giant X to pop up if I'm wrong, or if you're like, "What is this guy talking about?" It's not that; it's this. You're probably right, to be honest with you.
He's an insert clip of the video that I'm incorrect on.
Videography, photography, and your music. What is Flex's long-term plan or goal? You know, where do you see yourself 10 years down the road?
10 years down the road, I think I see myself being in a position to really live off residual income, whether that be from music, YouTube, sponsorships through different avenues, whatever that may be, and probably playing video games and
What do you like to play?
making music for fun. I like to play a lot of like games like Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And like,
so you and my buddy, I think we had this conversation. You and my buddy Jordan would, y'all would be.
I love MMOs. I love any of the like spellcasting, warrior, barbarian, Dungeons and Dragons vibe. Like
that's
I love
right
all
up his
that type
alley.
of stuff, like Pokemon, Mario games. Like I'm more like leaning more towards like Nintendo than I would be towards like Modern Warfare.
Gotcha.
But I do love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like the games that you're gonna find me like playing for 6 to 7 hours straight is those type of games, like the inner child games.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've always loved it. And if I'm playing with people, typically, like people at the house, like I do like to play like sports games or like shooters and stuff like that. But if I'm playing by myself, like I love any game I can level up and learn new spells or any type of new skill, like I'm all over that.
That's so funny. I did not see that. That's hysterical because my buddy's the same way. Like he's a 100% grade A nerd when it comes to video games. He's like, this new DLC dropped out of like he was screen sharing with me this new game he's playing. He's like a guy who goes around and collects all this stuff. And the new DLC dropped, but if you die, you lose all of your stuff, and you got to go like back and get it.
So it's like intense.
There's different tiers of these worlds. There's these big dragon bosses you can fight. It looks cool, but it's not my like. I have to like. I need something going on all the time. Like I can't be hunting for this key to unlock this treasure chest.
Right.
I need someone to be shooting at me 24/7.
Right. Constant action.
So I usually play like Fortnite. To be honest with you. Do you like Fortnite?
I mean, I kind of do, but like
they
I would
changing stuff
probably
all
like
the time.
it more if I was better at it. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Like if you get clapped every single time you play that game, like you don't get no kills, like you're gonna not like the game.
It's almost like Leo saying, "Hey, I'm not recording one of these songs."
Right. I'm like, oh damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, I'm not big on Fortnite. I did like Apex Legends. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, Apex was cool.
I liked Apex Legends, but Fortnite I just couldn't ever. I liked it. I just couldn't get good at it. Yeah. And I think if I can't get at least decently good, like on a scale of 1 to 10, if I can't get at least like 4 or 5, it just kills me out.
I think it was, I don't know how many years. It's been a long time when I first tried it, and I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah, I loved it when it first started.
I just landed and I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like now I have to wait and re-drop in. There's 100 people. I was terrible. And there's some kids that are like 7, 8 years old that are just nasty.
Right, nasty. Like
there's these people that like build these fast forts. I call them contractors. I'm like, we got another contractor.
Right.
And they just throw up this 18-tier palace in a matter of 3 seconds. And I'm like looking down, how do I put up this wall?
I don't even deal with the building. I think they got no builds now you can do. Yeah, I'll do that, but I ain't.
Thank goodness.
I ain't getting down
for
with
all of us people who are creative but can't build.
Right. Build like 18 stories in the middle of a gunfight.
So I put it down. I was done with it. I was like, this is stupid.
No, I feel it.
Well, then I picked it up probably like 2 years ago, and I guess I learned a little bit more, and now I'm pretty good. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I do game as well. I got a little gaming channel, but
do you Twitch? You get
Just
Twitch?
YouTube.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
I got all this stuff created for it, and I still haven't. Like, I stream on Awesome Lawsons, but I have Awesome Gaming created. I just haven't put anything on it.
Yeah, I've got a FlexRL, the gamer channel. But, I know that I will come back to it. Just not right now,
Yeah, you got bigger fish to fry. There's stuff in front of you that is more important right now. And I feel the same way about that. It's like, I got the stuff created. It's here when it's ready.
Yeah.
Just like we was talking about buying this laptop, It's like, I got it for when I need it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. I wish you the best of luck. I think you're extremely creative, definitely talented, especially with the music and stuff. Do you got anything else coming out anytime soon, music-wise?
Yeah, so I have a couple songs that I'm working on getting the mix and master done on it. One of those songs is called Love Drunk. I have a merch line of hats. I got like 10 of them that I've made, so that's going to be limited edition. They're going to be called basically Love Drunk based off of the song. So those will be available mid to end of August. So probably by the time this comes out, they'll be available. So
sweet.
They'll be
That's
hats.
awesome.
Yeah. And it's offer based.
So what do you mean?
So basically, like if people want to buy a hat, they just send me an offer. So it's like almost like name your price.
Nice.
So it's like there's an artist named Lawsons that's out of California, and he's been really pushing like the offer base for a lot of his singles and his albums. And I really like that concept, like of allowing people to like offer what they want to pay for like your ticket or pay for your album or pay for merch.
That's cool. Is there like a certain website you got to run that on to be able to do that?
Yeah, so for the music, that's going to be even.com. And then you put your music on there. You can put your album on there. And, of course, artists already put everything on distro, like DistroKid or United Masters. And it's basically a way that people can get it early and support you.
That's cool.
Because the money goes straight to the artist versus DistroKid or
somebody
Apple
getting
Music.
a cut or something. That's cool.
So, yeah, Even's really awesome and allows people to buy albums and purchase tickets.
Nice.
Like you're like, hey, I'd like to make an offer for the hat. And I can either say no or yeah. Like somebody might be like, yeah, I want to give you $100 for this hat.
I'll give you
just because I want to support, and then it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whereas if I sell them for $30, that's never going to happen. Versus like someone might be like, yeah, I really don't have it, but man, I've been listening to music since 2 or 3 years. I got like $5-10, and you might be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Like, but if someone's like, yeah, I want 10 of them for $5,
that is a cool concept, especially for like those people that stand by you. You know what I mean? That's like that want to see you do good, that want to see you thrive in what you love, and they're like, I got $50 here. I don't know. I think that's cool. It's a cool concept. Who did you see do that first?
So Lawsons is who I first ever seen that dude. He does it, and he's also one of the persons that I've seen really pushing content out consistently, and that's really like, I really, really, really like his like the wave that he's kind of pushing.
That's cool.
It just leaves everything out in the open and just moves out of love, and it's like, I respect it. Like he's a very genuine hearted person. So if you see this, Lawsons, I love what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work, man. And, I'm going to keep following, and hopefully we can keep spreading a good message.
That's awesome, man. Last thing I want to talk about, the shot you recently just shot, the drone shot while you're taking the photos.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So, just to kind of briefly talk about it, I'm doing a summer collection, which is a collection of basically capturing the energy of what summer is. So like every time summer comes around, people's always like, oh, I got to get right. I got to look nice. I'm trying to make sure I look nice whenever we go swimming this year. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone tries to look good. Like everyone wants to look sexy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is for you.
Get
like,
that beach body.
Everyone's trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the summer collection really is. It's capturing that vibe, capturing that energy and capturing that feeling every summer that we all feel that everyone's doing. Like summer comes around, everyone's in their bikinis, everyone's in their swimsuit. Oh, I'm going swimming here. I'm going here. Oh, I look good. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's trying to look good. So so the summer collection with the drone video, that was Bree Lynn is one of the models that I work with a few times. And the first time I always do like portrait videos, which is like a photo shoot, but video. So it's like people move into different poses, and I capture the video of
Oh, nice.
them doing that. So for the first time, I was like, let me try this out with the drone. Because normally I just shoot it handheld or on a gimbal or something like that.
So was you doing the drone too?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I was moving the drone with that, and it was just like telling her, hey, do different motions. And she was just doing different motions. And I'm just circling around her with the drone.
Oh, nice.
And then we go from that into the BTS video, like the YouTube video of the shoot. So I'm really trying to like find different ways to like make unique content. That's cool. Then I went to go look up drone portrait videos, and I couldn't find one on the internet.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, there probably is one. If there is one, y'all say something in the comments, like tag me to someone that made one, because I can't find one. And if I'm the first one, then y'all definitely got with me a subscription. So y'all got to subscribe. Creative Flex. Yeah,
optimize it to where when people do search that stuff, if you need help, I got you.
Yes, I definitely need help. Yes.
You can optimize it, because like I'm sure you got on YouTube. What'd you type in?
Typed in aerial portrait video. Typed in drone portrait video.
And nothing pops up.
Nothing so completely on the drone.
What we do with your video, when we put it in there, we optimize it to when someone types in drone portrait video. Creative Flex pops up.
That's crazy. Yeah,
it's crazy how you can do that. I need to
get on that. Like I need to get on the SEO and the optimization stuff.
It is important.
That is something that I feel like I used to do, and I feel like maybe I did it wrong, and then I was just like, this ain't helping.
Yeah.
So let me not even worry about that.
And two, another pointer, if you're a creator listening, and to yourself as well, it does matter as far as like people sharing that video from YouTube to Facebook, or sharing that video to Twitter, Instagram, all this stuff. Like it's called that's called back end. And when you get some movement on that, like say you have 10 friends that could share your video amongst their social media, that will boost your SEO up even more to where, so like if there was, say there's 8,000 videos created of drone portrait footage, you type that in, it's going to have your number one first person that's completely optimized, which has probably got the best taglines, the best keywords, the best descriptions, and probably the most shared amongst other platforms.
Right.
So those shares really kind of keep you going up that ladder.
Okay.
So in the future, at least you know.
That's good to know. And that's definitely some game that I think everybody could benefit from soaking up on. Yeah. Me personally, I know I can. I think it's marketing has been one of the things that I've definitely lacked on. Like I've kind of been like so into thinking that my stuff isn't good enough and I need to get better, and that's why I'm not bringing that in. And it wasn't until this year, literally like 3 or 4 months ago, that it's like, you don't have to have the best. You don't have to be the best at all. You just have to be above average.
Yeah. It's all about starting.
Yeah.
My other show, we didn't know what we were doing. The first episode, we're eating hot stuff and talking about our day.
Yeah.
But it's the reps. Now we're 20, 30, 40 episodes deep.
Yeah.
We got it down. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Night and day difference. The cool thing is like people that go watch this stuff, even with the awesome Lawsons, watch our 100 skits we created.
Yeah.
You can tell a gap between the conversation. Like I may say, hey, what did you do today? I went to the park and did this. Now it's like, hey, what'd you do? I went to the park to do this. Like everything's overlapped and this and that. It's like, it's not about quality. Yeah. It's about getting out there, putting the content out.
Yeah.
And getting some reps in to where when you do reach that level of quality, you have some quantity behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that was that was like the main thing for me, is that I guess I was just assuming that I guess I got so into the client, oh, I need to find the next gig. Oh, I need to do something so cool that it's just everybody's going to see it, and they're going to be like, oh, I got a book with him.
Yeah.
But it's like, really, like that's kind of a worker mindset still. Even though you're out of the 9 to 5, you can still get trapped in a worker mindset. And that mindset is not a bad place to be if that's where you want to do.
Yeah.
But that's not where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to be where I can be more self-sufficient and have more time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know there's levels to it. Like you go from 9 to 5 to working 80 plus hours a week sometimes,
right.
you know what I'm saying? To like now you can pay for your time back again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're almost like buying out and then you're like, oh, I'm working even harder. Like I'm working twice the hours and have to pay now.
Yeah.
And then you kick in and you're like, oh, now I can like make more, but I'm still working the same. Then you're like, now I can pay for that work to be a lot of that work to be done, you know?
Yeah.
And in turn create opportunities for other people, and it's like it's a cycle really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the music coming out. I'm excited for even your videos, the other people's videos. I think you do great work in the videography world, in the photography world, and even in your own Creative Flex world. I think you got some cool stuff. So before we go, let them know where they can see you. Check out your videos that you've created. If they're wanting work done, anything social wise, let them hear it.
Okay. So you guys can follow me on Instagram at _creativeflex. You guys can follow me at Facebook at FlexVictor, FlexRL, or Creative Flex. All three of the Facebook pages belong to me. You can follow me on, what else I got?
OnlyFans.
Fans only. No, I was playing. Marketing issue. No, I was playing. But yeah, you guys can follow me on, you guys can subscribe to my YouTube at Creative Flex as well. That's where I'm going to be dropping a lot of the summer collection BTS. A lot of my stuff will be on TikTok at FlexRL Music. So again, that's Flex Victor on Facebook, FlexRL on Facebook, Creative Flex on Facebook. That's _Creative Flex on Instagram, and FlexRL Music on Instagram, and then FlexRL Music on TikTok.
I need to follow your music. I didn't know that. Yeah. I just see it on your Facebook.
Bro,
usually.
I'm telling you, I really do be chilling with the music, which is kind of crazy. But I've just been really, again, just pushing a lot of the photography because I've really just been diving deep into photography lately and really trying to document that process. And I think documenting this process and me being on camera will help me be more aware of my like image and also push me closer towards like music in general.
Yeah.
Because I've low-key realized that I'm building like an amazing model base for any music video if I ever need one. So it's actually pretty cool like developing a model base. So it's like I'm kind of becoming a one-stop shop, and that is really like awesome. Yeah. But it's almost like I'm a one-stop shop if someone wants to book it, but I almost can't be that for myself.
Right.
So that's the
struggle is
you know
real.
What I'm saying? The struggle is real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
you know, you do have a gift, and what's cool is like I wish I knew more about the camera, other than being the personality in front of it.
Yeah,
you know, I wish I knew a little bit more behind it. That way, I could make my stuff as best as I could, as far as like image quality wise, like the lighting and all this. But it's coming.
But this looks good.
Yeah,
this looks good. Tell this man that this quality looks good.
Yeah,
if you're a videographer or a photographer or just audience, this quality look good. Like,
yeah, it looks good on us, doesn't it? Well, Flex, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming. It's always fun. You're always a hoot, man. I feel like we got the same personality. You know, you just got the gold chain, and I'm looking for the gold chain.
All right, this wasn't on 2 hours ago. I just slammed it on real quick. I was like, wait, I'm going to be an artist too today. Let me put the gold chain on so it looks believable.
All right, man. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Flex, again, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate you, man.
You're a great dude. I'm excited for you. And until next time, you guys know what to do. And Flex, I'm going to tell you, stay awesome and stay sweet.
You know what it is, man.
We'll see you next time, guys. Take care.
Thank y'all.